A rogue trader always cuts an impressive figure, whether in the courts of Imperial High Society or upon a corpse-strewn battlefield, but none do so with more style than Elucia Vane. Resplendent in her baroque finery, she appears much like a well-to-do Quaintrell, an appearance that is deliberately deceptive. Beneath her stylish apparel and confident demeanour lies the soul of a merciless and hyper-efficient predator, one whose claws are only sheathed until the moment of the kill. When her prey bares its throat or leaves even the slightest of openings, Elucia draws Blur, her bejewelled cane rapier, and wields it with the deft quickness of a master duelist. The weapon's monomolecular edge shimmers with potent power, and although the blade is slim, it can cut through the thickest of armour with ease. With but the twitch of a trigger finger, she can riddle an enemy with bullets from her antique pistol, an heirloom from a more elegant period of humanity's long-forgotten past. At need, her ring can be flipped to reveal a priceless Jocaero digital weapon that emits a blinding laser beam, shooting out from its faceted surface to scorch eyes and melt flesh. Vane's potent war gear is not limited to offensive weaponry, as her armoured corset houses within it the finest disruption field generators. From las beams to plasma bursts, all manner of incoming fire dissipates against a sudden flash of its protective screen. Elucia Vane comes from a long-established rogue trader dynasty dating back to the 32nd millennium. Few rogue trader families can claim to have founded more imperial colonies than have the Vanes, earning them and their followers the moniker of Starstriders. Under her familial training, she has become an innate leader, and her quick thinking and rapid-fire decision-making has seen her escape from certain death many dozens of times. The Vane dynasty of rogue traders remains tight-knit, typically working together in the galactic north. However, Elucia herself has left her family behind. Whether this is by her choice or theirs is a question she will not answer. Whatever the case, Elucia's actions show she is determined to make her deeds stand out, even amongst the rich history of her ancestors. Her bold demeanour will see her rise to glory or die trying. Even by the standards of the High Lords of Terror, Elucia Vane is old. She keeps in excellent health through advanced medical procedures, most recently performed by rejuvenate adept Synastasia Minst, but accounts of her deeds span well over 500 Terran years. During her illustrious career, Vane has discovered many star systems, mapped entire new sectors of the galaxy, and has been credited with founding no less than a dozen different colonies. She helped eradicate the last of the Xenos species, known as the Darlock, and has earned the eternal favour of Mars for sending the Tech Priests the coordinates leading to the planet Olemus, to date the most Promethean-rich planet in the Imperium. Her adventures on the edge of the galaxy have not all gone smoothly, however. Several bounties have been placed on her head, and she is wanted for questioning by a number of branches of the Inquisition, mostly about the deaths of a string of planetary governors upon distant border worlds. These Imperial agents know her as the mistress of the Black Flag, while the orcs of the Dondar system refer to Elucia as the Feathered Death. The Eldari Corsairs of the Galactic North call her Foulgal, a word that translates as either huntress or she-wolf. Starstrider, Scourge, Founder, Explorer, Saviour and Destroyer, Vane is all of these things and more. Void's master Nitch and his squad became part of the Elucidian Starstriders when they were seconded from the Vengeance in exchange for the aid rendered to their task force by Elucian Vane. Strict and professional in his duties, Nitch is nevertheless well liked by his men. Even the most begrudging of their group admits that the vigour in training and constant discipline that the Voidmaster preaches has paid off in battle more than once. Additionally, Nitch backs up his relentless pursuit of military excellence with numerous acts of loyalty and bravery under fire. There is no member of the squad Nitch has not impressed through his actions. The Voidsmen still talk of the time he stepped between the squad and a boarding mob of orcs upon the Vengeance, the Voidmaster's artificer shotgun blasting apart the Greenskin charge. Vane herself has complimented Nitch, as well as remarking upon his squad's ability to lay down an impressive spread of supporting fire. Of Nitch's Voidsman squad, weapons specialist Stromian Grell is the most veteran, having served alongside the Voidmaster on 3 separate voyages. Once a hot-headed recruit, Grell has absorbed the lessons Nitch so often shouts, and he now remains calm in battle by repeating mantras taught by the Ecclesiarchy. By laying down effective fire in several engagements, Grell has earned the right to bear the squad's rotor cannon. The rest of the squad contains Voidsmaster Shalkus, the deadliest shot with the las pistol, Voidsmaster Reges, a noted pessimist whose griping earns constant rebuke from Nitch, and Voidsman Theolus, the youngest and most eager to prove himself. Many ancient Terran species still survive on planets settled during the Age of Technology and only recently rediscovered. On one such world, Elucian Vane found a creature belonging to a domesticated species from the past, a canid. Naming the beast Aximilian, she brought it aboard the New Dawn, where it quickly bonded with the Voidsmen at arms. They trained and outfitted the canid as one of their own, its heightened senses ensuring that not even foes hidden by cloaking technology could approach unnoticed. Aximilian moves with impressive speed and can deliver a powerful bite. Many times the canid has proven both an excellent guardian and loyal companion to all those within the Elucidian Starstriders. It has been only a few years since the Electromeister Larsen van der Graus joined the Elucidian Starstriders. While scouting for sources of the motive force for his homeworld of Mars, van der Graus was urged by his superiors to forsake his vaultless searches along the eastern fringe in order to join the expeditions of the rogue trader. After all, Vane had discovered the Promethean-rich planet of Elemus and was seen by Mars as one of the most influential and likely to discover treasures of all rogue traders. Since that time, Larsen van der Graus has traded his technical expertise and the impressive protections of his Voltageist array for a chance to travel at Vane's side across the frontier. Detailed reports, in static code, stream constantly back from van der Graus to Mars, keeping the tech priests apprised of the rogue traders' every move. Senastasia Minst was once the pre-eminent Rejuvenat adept in the Talassar sector. Tragically, her meteoric rise to power was reversed just as she had begun to make a name for herself. After successfully treating the skin rot of the Dothar aristocracy, and ensuring the ravages of the disease were erased, Mintz began to have waking dreams of a maiden trapped in a cage and forced to suffer eternally by contracting and then overcoming a potent new disease each day. She became obsessed with the idea of a panacea, a cure-all that could heal even a god. It was this fixation that saw Anastasia begin to neglect her duties of rejuvenation. When the High Princess Kirchley Dothar began to show signs of her 180-year lifespan, Anastasia was forced to flee. She took up with Elucia Vane, leaving the Ultramar system on the New Dawn in the hope of beginning afresh. It worked, for a while, until the vessel plied the depths of the warp. There something spoke to Anastasia, promising her an innate understanding of all diseases and the cures that could banish them. All she had to do was to sabotage a certain panel of a certain warp drive, and the knowledge would be hers. Strange are the ways of the death cults. Rising to the upper echelons of her cult, the Winged Skull, Nosso Promd was forced by the political manoeuvrings of her own priestesses to take a cruel vow, to strike out into the galaxy, unable to speak a word or return to her temple until she had slain a specimen of no less than 1,000 different Xenos races. After years of hunting, Nosso crossed paths with Elucia Vane. By wordlessly offering her services to the rogue trader, Promd was able to travel the fringes of the galaxy, bringing her face to face with a huge number of exotic alien species, greatly increasing her kill tally. Although silent, Promd has developed a strong rapport with the rogue trader and acts as her champion.